Good morning. We're going to start with the daily reflection on the New Testament. Today is Tuesday the 14th. I'm dragging my feet a little bit because we have corporate audit today. And audit day is my least favorite day. All right, the 14th. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. In 1833, the well-known English churchman John Henry Newman was homesick, seasick, and recovering from a bout with malaria. The ship was closed in by fog, the captain became disoriented, and all progress was halted for a week. In this dismal setting, Newman had little to do but wait, hope, and pray. Realizing his helplessness, he sought heaven's light. He found comfort as he wrote of his dependence on God. Lead, kindly light, amid the encircling gloom. Lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet. I do not ask to see the distant scene. One step enough for me. One faithful step to the edge of the light can bring more light. When we walk by faith through the fog and darkness of mortality, we can be directed, comforted, and saved by the light of the world. That's actually a beautiful one. Okay, so today is James chapter 1, verses 14 through 27. And in these verses, he's just going, my eyes look so bad. He's just going through, he's, given some good verses in the first 13, and then he started talking about temptation, and then he's saying, do not err. And he's saying, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. And then he goes into verse 19, which is what I picked for my personal statement. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. And is not in there. But so for mine, I just wrote, be swift to hear, be slow to speak, and slow to wrath. The busy season is starting to pick up. We had so many packages yesterday that we couldn't even walk into our back room anymore. The way it's set up is an entrance that goes back, and all the packages go here behind this wall that the customers can't see, but they can see if the packages are built up. Anyways, and then we have a pack table, so there's a walk area between the pack table and the boxes that you can walk and you can stack, and we couldn't even walk back there anymore. They were stacked up so high and so wide that we had to go around the pack table to the other side if we wanted to get something. So I'm going to have to figure something out. And also it was, so the packages are here and then built up in the walkway and then over here. Anyways, you don't know what it looks like, but there were a ton of packages yesterday. And anyways, the busy season has started. And so this one speaks to me because people are on edge. Already they're on edge. We're playing Christmas music at the store because it makes us happy. And people walk in, oh, Christmas music already? Why are you starting this? I'm like, because it's happy. Christmas music is happy. We're not trying to sell you anything. And we're not trying to skip Thanksgiving. But, how could you not be happy when you hear Christmas music that has no cursing, no sexual undertones or overtones? It's appropriate for all ages to hear. It's upbeat and jolly. It's not depressing. It's not anxious or angry. It's just joyful music all day long, and people are just on edge. And so I need to be swift to hear the Spirit, try to hear what he's trying to tell me throughout the day, be slow to speak, snap back at the customer. It's super easy to do so. People are on edge. And slow to wrath. Just take it easy, nice and easy. That's my my statement for today. And basically every day. Don't I say that every day? Okay. The Epistle of James is the first of several general epistles, so called because they were written to all the saints, not to those in any specific city. Also, they were written by church authorities other than Paul. Regarding one of the earliest New Testament writings, the book of James has been assumed to have been written between AD 45 and 50. James is the English version of the Hebrew name Jacob. I can't read Hebrew, okay? The New Testament record records that there were 3 leaders in the early church named Jacob, the brother of John, son of Zebedee, who was killed by Herod Agrippa around AD 44, the son of Alphaeus, sometimes called James the Less, another of the 12, and finally the half-brother of Jesus, apparently converted after the resurrection. This last James might have been the oldest of Jesus' brothers because he is at the head of the list in Matthew 13:55. Scholars and historians traditionally regard this James as the first bishop of Jerusalem. Furthermore, Luke testifies of his significant leadership role in the important General Conference or General Council of the Church held in Jerusalem. He also apparently became an apostle and finally was stoned by the Sanhedrin in AD 62. Okay. There's only a little bit here for verses 14 through 27 for chapter 1, but that's okay. For verses 13 through 16, even though all men and women are tempted, God is not the source of temptation. He does, however, try or test his sons and daughters, just as the Hebrew text of Genesis 22:1 says concerning Abraham, God tested Abraham. That truth is confirmed by Doctrine and Covenants 101:4, wherefore they must needs be chastened and tried, even as Abraham. For verses 22 through 27, notice the definition of pure religion. Pure religion is manifest in one's actions. It is visiting and nurturing those who could easily become forgotten, ignored, or marginalized. Okay. That's all for today. I'll leave you now with a prayer from a diary of prayer. It is the 14th, and this one is from Archbishop Benson. O God, to me who am left to mourn his departure, grant that I may not sorrow as... completely, left my mind until this very moment. I suppose we could put this prayer into context of M. Russell Ballard, who passed away Sunday night. So he was in his 90s. He was ready to go. But it's like, there are others who are ready to go too, and I'm not ready for Jeffrey to go. He's ready. I know he's ready. I talk as if I know him, but he misses Pat. You know he does. But I'm just, it's like, they're going to go, and we're going to get new apostles. And am I ready for those new apostles? I don't know. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. O God, to me who am left to mourn his departure, grant that I may not sorrow as one without hope for my beloved who sleeps in thee, but that always remembering his courage and the love that united us on earth, I may begin again with new courage to serve thee more fervently, who art the only source of true love and true fortitude, that when I have passed a few more days in this valley of tears and in this shadow of death, supported by thy rod and staff, I may see him again face to face in those pastures and beside those waters of comfort where I believe he already walks with thee. O shepherd of the sheep, have pity upon this darkened soul of mine. That's sad. That's sad. His poor family. All right. That's all for today. That was James chapter 1, verses 14 through 27. And tomorrow we do chapter 2, verses 1 through 13. And I will see you then. Bye.